Good morning. Welcome, fellow members of, just welcome to all of you who watch the channel, who are coming here for the first time, who have been here for a while and have gotten to know me and watched my videos or the videos that the Spirit moves me to put out and try to, share a little bit of my life experience and my journey, and hopefully you've connected or will connect. I refer to the people that subscribe to the channel and watch, including myself, because I'm Gray Cloud. We are the Fellowship of the Clouds. Good morning again. Coffee. I'm doing yesterday, I realized I still had a bag of sometimes in them food boxes I get, sometimes every month, there'll be coffee in there, but there's been occasions where we thought we had ground coffee, but you see that it's just the beans and you need a grinder. But I have a coffee grinder, I got that like a few weeks ago. Or did I give it? I got it last month, actually, I think, if I remember correctly. Whenever I got it, I got that coffee grinder simply because I was ordering me some Morning Glory seeds, Heavenly Blue. We won't get into the technicality of those things. If you know, you know. It's a little thing that I personally, let's just say it's something that they're hard as crap, and you need to grind. Like the best way to grind them up and get them into a powder form is a coffee grinder, electric. I can save all that. I can tell you more about them things some other day. This is not a video about that. I'm going to read from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And I was laying in bed and, I don't know if I need my glasses or not. I read this earlier without the glasses, but for the sake of the video, I may need to just put the glasses on so I don't have as much trouble, like I don't have to strain, because this morning I've been up for a little while. The past couple of days I haven't slept that great. I mean, I've slept when I do finally. I've been going down fairly early with the lights off, but sometimes not getting quite to sleep, and then it's been some of the past few nights it's been a little later than I wanted it to be, that I actually fell asleep. And then, the issue of only being asleep for an hour or two and then waking up to use the bathroom or whatever it is, and then not being able to go right back to sleep or something. But I think that's partly because of after the several days of using lion's mane mushroom extract and a few other things that I received the other day, like I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, but berberine or something like that, berberine, which helps with blood sugar regulation. It helps to lower blood pressure. It's really good. It's a natural substance that helps with diabetes and stuff and regulates blood sugar. Anyway, it also helps to suppress the appetite, and lion's mane is known to do that for some people. But I think, after you've been taking it for a little while, it improves cognitive abilities. It gives you a little bit of clarity, I think. The longer I use it, I'll see even more results. But if you're familiar with bipolar disorder, which is what I was once diagnosed as, but I believe maybe I'm really not necessarily bipolar, but I do know that I was going through quite a few years of ups and downs and highs and lows. And, there's your really low state where you end up hospitalized, and then there's the up states where everything feels great. You're manic, and those are fun times, but not very good times in the sense that you don't have much control over your. I'm bad about it when I was in manic states, whatever, spending money frivolously, whether it be on drugs or just little knickknacks or anything that I didn't really necessarily need. Just all kinds of stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. Most people nowadays at least have some sense of a little bit of knowledge about mental illness. Why don't I get on with the reading? There's so much I have been thinking about this morning as I was online and while I laid in bed with the lights off, but I was on the phone and doing some networking, on the different social media platforms before I got out of bed, which has not been that long that I actually got out of the bed and had my first cup of coffee. This is my second. And here we are. But since I've been up and I've read a little bit of scripture and I've read this to myself, the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. This is number 75. It's called Think of Your Problems as Potential Teachers. But this really resonated with what I read out of the scripture. I'm just continuing where I'm at in the scriptures is where, like, I'm just going on from book to book to book, wherever I started early in the Old Testament and have worked my way up to where I'm at now, which is I'm almost done with I'm not far from being in the Revelation, but anyway, it's been interesting. Think of your problems as potential teachers. Most people would agree that one of the greatest sources of stress in our lives is our problems. To a certain degree, this is true. I wish I had better lighting. To a certain degree, this is true. A more accurate assessment, however, is that the amount of stress we feel has more to do with how we relate to our problems than it does with the problems themselves. In other words, how much of a problem do we make our problems? Do we see them as emergencies or as potential teachers? Problems come in many shapes, sizes, and degrees of seriousness, but all have one thing in common. They present us with something that we wish were different. We wish we're different. Yeah. The more we struggle with our problems and the more we want them to go away, the worse they seem and the more stress they cause us. Ironically and luckily, the opposite is also true. When we accept our problems as an inevitable part of life, we look at them as potential teachers. It's as if a weight has been lifted off our shoulders. I was going to say my chest, but it says shoulders, but either way. Think of a problem that you have struggled with for quite some time. How have you dealt with this problem up until now? If you're like most, you've probably struggled with it, mentally rehearsed it, analyzed it again and again. But you've come up short. Where has all this struggle led you? Probably to even more confusion and stress. Now think of the same problem in a new way. Rather than push away the problem and resist it, try to embrace it. Mentally hold the problem near to your heart. Ask yourself what valuable lessons this problem might be able to teach you. Could it be teaching you to be more careful or patient? Does it have anything to do with greed, envy, carelessness, or forgiveness? Or something equally powerful? Whatever problems you are dealing with, chances are they could be thought of in a softer way that includes a genuine desire to learn from them. When you hold your problems in this light, they soften like a clenched fist that is opening. Give this strategy a try, and I think you'll agree that most problems aren't the emergencies we think they are. And usually once we learn what we need to learn, they begin to go away. How true, how true, how true. I'm trying to not extend this video any longer than it needs to be, but it is what it is. What comes out is just what's coming out. Things are seeming for me right now, this morning, ever since I stepped, once I put my feet to the floor and came in here and poured me a little bit of yesterday's coffee, heated it up and got it going yesterday. Oh, what I was saying with my coffee grinder is I did get it for one reason, to grind up Morning Glory seeds for my own particular tinctures, you could say, my own elixir. But since I was looking in my coffee cabinet and I spotted that I still had one bag of those beans, because a lot of times, when we'd get them, my neighbors would get them in their box, I'd get them. What could you do with them? We didn't have a grinder at the time. We ended up throwing them away a lot of times. Nobody else had. But now that I had the grinder, I was like, and this was a hazelnut roast, so medium roast. It was hazelnut flavored. So I ground I ground it up, and then I had a small container where I put enough in for the pot to make in the percolator that my friend and a channel subscriber from early on, she's been following the channel from way back. I don't remember exactly how many subscribers I had when she first discovered my channel. We first met on X. Teresa, everybody give a shout out to Teresa in the comments if you can. Tell her hello today. Mama Teresa is what I have her in my phone as Mama Teresa. I think she's Mama Tazzy or Old and Grateful on X, whatever. Anyway, so we got to knowing each other on X. She started watching my channel, subscribed, and then now we've been personal. Like, we don't just communicate on social media through YouTube. We actually text each other pretty regular. Her and her husband have had struggles. I try to help her with whatever I can, if she's having trouble, and she helps me, and it's cool. It's cool when you're able to meet new people. Online isn't always a bad thing, but being too much online, and if that's the only source of social life we have, it can be detrimental to us, or at least it has been for me in the past. Okay, I'm trying to think of where I'm going with this to end this particular video. What I want to say is I've had a lot stirring, and after reading so basically I used the coffee grinder. The coffee turned out pretty good, and I'm trying something new with it. I'm putting my mushroom extract into it. I got some light brown sugar yesterday in a box that someone dropped off for me with some food and stuff. So I'm using that to sweeten, because I don't have any artificial sweetener. And, I'm not supposed to intake a lot of sugar or nothing, but it's all right. I've been doing pretty good at that. Not really. But, it is going to be what it's been. What I was saying is, when I read the scripture, then I read this, and they both kind of coordinate, and it's a synchronistic happening here, and it also coordinates with all these accumulated thoughts over the past month, and especially over the past couple of weeks. And I keep talking about this. Anybody that's been watching the videos, you heard me probably for several videos last week. I remember at least last week, if it wasn't even the week before, but I've been talking about wanting to finally get to that point where I made a video discussing some of that stuff, of my relationship with God and the Spirit, with the divine source, the big kahuna, the boss, you know what I mean? My personal daily walk in that, and some of my struggles, and where do I go from here in this year at 50 Earth years old, based on the way we tell time. So what I'm getting at is I've got some ideas stirring, and I plan on making a third part to what I've already started the other day. If you have watched those videos, and if you haven't, I think you might be interested in checking out. It's a couple of days back. If you'll notice, I had uploaded on Wednesday, first thing, a video that I'd done on Tuesday afternoon, and then on Wednesday, or yesterday, I uploaded a video I'd done on Wednesday, which was the second part. And normally I do these videos first off in the mornings. So I'm back in my routine just a little bit where I'm putting out the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff video first. But I was able to touch a little bit on some of the things that have been stirring. And I think I know where I'm going to go. What I'll probably do here when I turn this off and start uploading is I'm going to go check out the last video I did on my reflecting and see what all I discussed, and see where I think I want to start off the next video is a good starting point or not. So with that being said, let's end it now because we're almost 16 minutes into this. Hopefully you watched the whole way. And if you did, I forgot to say at the beginning, hey, hit the like button. Well, you can hit it now if you made it this far. Please do. And if you haven't subscribed, think about it. If you watched just this video and you liked it, watch another one or two and decide if you want to subscribe or not. If you have watched several and you're enjoying it and it's helping you, or you think it might help somebody else, subscribe. Share the videos, please. I appreciate it. We all do. Because this ain't all about me. And I'm going to keep saying that. It's not all about Gray Cloud. It's about something much bigger. Words don't necessarily do it justice. So until next time, Gray Cloud, Mr. Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment, over and out. And we say ditto at the end of the videos. I like to sign off on a lot of messages online and stuff with ditto, because ditto is our way of telling each other we love each other. If you know, you know. It's in memory of somebody, okay? Somebody dear to this heart here. Take care.